Hello everyone, it's Wicked Witch 11, your Saturday host for The Witch's Voice. This week, I'm bringing you two topics in one video. Last week's topic and this week's topic. So, last week's topic was on the goddess Hecate. So Hecate, it's known to be a dark goddess. And when I say dark, I use quotations because when I'm speaking about dark or darkness, I don't necessarily mean evil. There's a difference between evil and darkness. The goddess Hecate is known to be a dark goddess because it's more of an archetype of hers. She dwells within darkness. She lives within darkness. She's said to hold the keys to the underworld. Therefore, this is where her dark archetype comes in. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's evil. She is anything but. But that's why she's considered a dark goddess. Her symbols are keys. When I first started working with Hecate, I don't know if I said the story before, but I kind of kept ignoring her because at that time everyone was working with her. And if you know anything about me, I kind of go against the norm, against the grain, against the crowd. So once I see something's being done over and over again, I either remove myself from it or I will completely do the opposite because don't consider myself a follower. I'm more of a leader. Therefore, if I see something being done a million times, I'm gonna skip it altogether because there's no need for me to jump into it as well. So with the goddess Hecate, this was the problem that I was experiencing. She was calling me, I kept seeing keys everywhere, and not just regular household keys. I'm talking about the old skeleton key types, which is more of her thing. And I just kept seeing symbols of her, and everything just kept reminding me of Hecate, and her name just kept being in my head 24/7. Up until the point where I just couldn't ignore it anymore, and I just had to embrace it. So I started working with her. My experience with Hecate was amazing. I don't regret one bit. She's a very, very powerful goddess. Her number is number 3. So if you're doing offerings to her, do them in multiples of 3. If you're doing prayers to her, do them in multiples of 3 because they will have more success that way. It's all into numerology. What else? Her colors are black and dark purple. But you can use deep reds as well. What else? Hecate. Offerings. A very good offering with her, it's blood. So if you have a request that you need to be fulfilled immediately or almost immediately, use blood because it's a very powerful offering for the goddess Hecate. If you're squeamish and you don't do that sort of thing, it's not your thing, that's completely fine. You can substitute it for something else. What else? She's a very, 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 very protective goddess. If she's the goddess that you work with and the goddess that you follow and is your matron goddess, she will protect you to no end. She's very, very protective of her children. She walks with 3 hounds with the dogs. She is able to banish spirits to the other side in the snap of a finger. She's just very on her toes goddess. If you're not gonna be dedicated to her, do not even bother because she is very, very dedicated to her followers, and therefore she expects her followers to be dedicated to her. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it simple when it comes to the goddess Hecate because I feel like she has come just to tell me that I've said enough. So that's where I'm gonna leave the with the topic of the goddess Hecate. Now, if you want to know more, you can always research her and go back and watch the other hosts' videos. With that being said, the next topic that I'm bringing into this video is this week's topic, which is, should we charge for magical services? Now, I have done a video on this topic before on my personal channel, which is Wicked Witch 11 here on YouTube. You can go to my personal channel, and it's right at the beginning of my channel when I first started. The video is there. It's technically called "Should We Charge for Magical Services?" or "Charging for Services," something along those lines. I'm going to post the straight up link to that video on the down bar right here, so when you're done watching this video, you can go ahead and click on that one, because there I expand even more on what I'm about to say. So when I heard about this topic, I thought about whether or not my opinion has changed from back when I made that one video on my personal channel, and I realized that it hasn't changed one bit. Here's the thing: if you are expecting or getting or even asking for a service to be done for you in today's world, in 2004, 2014, 2014, you're expected to give something back. And in today's world, we're expected to pay for it, which is with money. Now, I don't see why in the spiritual community there is this whole facade of expecting everything for free. If someone's giving you a reading, you're supposed to have that energy exchange with that person and give them something back. Now, I understand that not everyone is able to pay for a reading, but there must be other ways for you to be able to have that energy exchange with the person that's giving you the reading. Because the reading itself, it takes a lot of energy and time for the reader. Therefore, there needs to be a level of exchange within the reader and the person that's getting read. If not, that's going to be unbalanced. You cannot go to the supermarket and grab groceries and expect to walk out of the supermarket without paying for them. There is no energy exchange. You will be in trouble. You have to pay for that service. You have to pay for those products. If you go and you leave your car on a parking lot, that's a service that the parking lot is providing for you, so you must pay for it. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the service. Especially if you go to a valet parking. The valet is not going to park your car for free. You have to pay it. So there needs to be that level of energy exchange. Therefore, if you're getting a reading, or especially if you're getting any spell casting done by anyone, it does not matter who it is, you must pay for it, because that person is taking their time, their energy, their vision, their skills, everything, and incorporating it into it for you. Therefore, you need to give them something back. And most of the time, it's money. You have to pay for services. I'm sorry, I cannot sugarcoat it anymore. I have no filter whatsoever in this area. So I'm going to say it like it is. You must pay for services. Nothing in this world is free. And anything that tells you it's free, there is a catch behind it. You must pay for services. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a reading, if it's a tarot card reading, if it's a spell casting that somebody's doing for you, I don't care what it is. You must pay for it. again, it's an energy exchange. It's an exchange of two things that are going to balance out the fact that this person is providing you with a service. That it's the point of you paying for services. I know a lot of people expect, because we're spiritual beings and spiritual mentors, that we must give things out for free. No, no. That I don't know where that notion came from. It's ridiculous, and it does not exist. If there are readers out there who's giving readings for free, good on you. But there's gonna come a time where they're gonna start charging for their services, because it's their time, it's their everything that is being incorporated into that reading, and it takes a lot, and they must get paid. If there are any readers out there who are not charging, I think that you're insane, and you need to start charging for your readings, because it's your time, you're taking away your time, your energy, and it takes a lot. So you're leaving yourself unbalanced, basically. So should you charge for magical services? Yes, in my opinion, yes. But then again, this is my personal opinion. If you feel differently, then by all means. But again, like I said, you guys know me by now. I say it like it is, and I think that everyone that's providing a service within the magical community should charge for their services, no matter what it is. The right people will come to you, the right customers will come to you, and they will not complain about the fact that you're charging for it. If anyone complains about the fact that you're charging for your service, then they don't know what they're talking about, and they're expecting a freebie, because somehow this is a freeloading world, apparently, within this community. A lot of people want everything free, and it's not supposed to be that way. Nothing is free, especially a service with class. It's not free. So, with that being said, that's the end for me this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this. If you have anything to say or anything to add, please leave a comment below. Keep it clean, guys. I'm a little bit tired of seeing negative comments, but I mean, it's freedom of speech, I guess, and you can say whatever you want, so go ahead if you feel like it. Make sure you click on the link that I'm gonna post on the down bar to my original video on this topic, which is on my personal channel, Wicked Witch 11, here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, many blessings.